Top of the hour, let's begin with an exclusive conversation with Republic. The English cricketer Monty Panesar has announced his withdrawal from the Kashmir League, saying that his career now lies with India. Listen in to this exclusive interview.
Joining us on this broadcast is Monty Panesar. Now, there has been a lot of debate around the so-called Kashmir League that the Pakistani Cricket Board was trying to push. And it's a very controversial league. They're obviously trying to provoke India. And Monty Panesar, we've been watching him very closely. He was billed as one of the star players of that league. But Monty has taken a decision to boycott it. Monty, thank you for speaking to Republic TV, first of all. Why did you decide to boycott this league?
Well, thank you for giving me the opportunity to interview me on your show. I think that the reason I decided to pull, not to participate in this league is because, I was clearly advised by the ECB and the PCA that if I do play, then the consequences could be that I may be, denied visa in the future. I won't be allowed to work, any cricket capacity in India. And as I'm just starting out my, media sports career, India is one of the places I want to work. So I couldn't afford not to, shut that door and that opportunity and play in the Kashmir Premier League. So, the negatives outweigh the pros. So it would have been, huge sort of. I think I would have missed out on opportunities of work in India if I played in the KPL.
See, Monty, you're a sports person, and sports people know well that you can't mix sports and politics. What was this league all about, Monty? What did they tell you?
Well, I think Kashmir Premier League was about giving opportunity to young Kashmir players. And if they perform well in that league, they get an opportunity to mix with some, great athletes and some great cricketers. Then, you always get a great story, don't you, in every league? Like in the IPL, you see some great players coming from Nepal, Afghanistan. And I'm sure this was one of a platform for young Kashmiris to actually, maybe one day, play in the PSL or even get into the Pakistan national team. So it was a platform, to give opportunity to play sport for cricketers of that region.
And what did they tell you? I mean, what was the plan? What did they have in mind and how they wanted to go about this league?
Well, it was just like a normal, normal setup. We have 6 teams. Everyone has an overseas player. We have, icon player. We have, some Kashmiri players in there as well. And it was just, from a cricketing sporting perspective, it looked like a really exciting opportunity, because I thought, I want to get back in the game professionally. And once you're out of the system, it's so difficult to get back in. I find it very difficult to get back into the county system. It's difficult to get into the IPL, obviously, and I'm playing for ages. So I thought KPL would be a nice little platform, then it would open up other opportunities to play cricket, elsewhere. So from that perspective, I thought it was an opportunity to get back, into the system of playing professional cricket again.
And finally, the BCCI has given opportunities to everybody. You included, Monty, and people around the world. And you've seen, I mean, maybe, I don't know whether you know, but there are, youth from Kashmir. There are players from Kashmir who've represented India as well. So there is a lot of misrepresentation that goes on. Now, looking back at this entire controversy, now, finally, of course, the BCCI has made it very, very clear. And their stand is very clear that you can't mix sports and politics like any sports people would. Now, when you look back at the way this entire controversy was handled, right? Very simple. Sports should not be mixed with politics, right?
Well, I think what you're trying to say that politics has its one part of the area and sport is another. Would you say that if the Kashmir Premier League was held in a different location, like Dubai, Abu Dhabi, where we've seen the Pakistan Super League, or in other cities in Pakistan, would people in India feel much more comfortable with that?
No, it's not about that. It's about the whole point and the timing of it and what they tried to do, right? To bring attention to the Kashmir issue, like they try to do every time, right? Sports unites people; it doesn't divide people, right? So that's my entire point, Ponty. I'm finally, I'm just happy to hear, and I'm sure that your decision will be very well received in India as well.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Monty. Thank you for speaking to Republic TV today.
Thank you.
Good to
Thank
talk
you
to
for having me on your show.
And all the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much.